folks, Shinta here, your coffee-addicted Tau player. This is the second part of the 2v2 series, which is going to feature 9-6. And today we are playing the Tyranid Pyroacid build, and 9-6 is playing the Rook build for the Orcs. This was a couple of hours into a stream. We were pretty tired. We didn't want to play some meta fleet, so we took some joke fleets or fun fleets, if you would like to call it that. And we were up against two Imperial Navy players, so the matchup was really bad for us since Melta torpedoes, ouch. But the chaos that were to come during this match was really fun, and the ending was awesome. I loved it and we laughed so much about it. So I wanted to showcase it to you also, so hopefully you will get a laugh out of it as well. A lot of mistakes were made from my part, but I don't really care. I want to show you, so yeah, you can have fun basically. Without further ado, let's take a look at the game. So here we have the game. Me as a Tyranid, 9-6 as an Orc player, and we are against two Imperial Navy players. Already here in the title screen I see that we are in an unfavored position because of the Imperial Navy's Melta torpedoes. Both the Orc and the Tyranid players suffer heavily because extra damage and morale damage, and Tyranids can't put out fires. And also we don't have the best fleets available for our fleets. So as I said before, I have a Pyroacid Tyranid fleets, and I have one hive ship and the rest are cruisers, I believe. And 9-6 has that big Orc Rook and a smaller one, some escorts and a light cruiser. Apparently we also recognize that the Rook, the big one, is bugged and is the flagship for some particular reason that we do not know. We laugh a little about how bad the game is going to be, and yeah, as we're gonna see here, the chaos is just about to start. I put up my fleet maybe in a little unfavorable position because I'm way off from 9-6. Bear in mind, we're really tired here, and yeah, mistakes were made, let me just tell you that. Anyways, I set up my fleet, and so does 9-6. He recognizes that the asteroid field that is between 2 points is an optimal position for him, so he tries to go over there. And it turns out that around that asteroid field and the two gas clouds near there, which we're going to take a look in just a second, is where the majority of the fight is going to be. I also choose Tracking Sense because I want to get that extra critical. And for you, ladies and gentlemen, that don't know how the Pyroacid works, it's as long as you get a crit, you are guaranteed a fire on that ship. So I want as much critical hit chance as possible. I also have selected a passive so I get more from it, just to try to squeeze out as many fires as I can. I also have taken the Drool Cannon, which is basically a fire breath for my flagship. And it's a really fun active. It can get shot down if the enemy ship still has repair, but it's fun. And here we can see we have already Melta torpedoes coming our way, just as predicted. But I think that the first volley is pretty safe. I don't think that he has calculated me starting on the right side, so, and 9-6 has looked at the map and also he's avoiding them, I think, I hope. And it would seem no, he is charging right through them because he's an Orc, he's big and badass, so he's just gonna take it to the face. Anyways, slowly we're moving up. Well, fast for Tyranid, I guess. And yeah, Tyranid is really not that fast moving ship. And I remember here that 9-6 thought he was safe because it was only one torpedo that's gonna hit, but the Orc turrets aren't really that good, so he's getting that fire on board. And here we go, slowly I boost forward, trying to get early scan. This is actually one of the few Tyranid setups that I want to get that early scan so I can see and shoot the enemy ships. And we also recognize that we have a lot of blips going down our way, so we're a little nervous here. And as I said, 9-6 flagship is really slow. I think it's actually slower than my ships even, which is, yeah, almost standing still. Here we have the second volley of melta torpedoes. And now, if I don't remember completely wrong, this is where 9-6 panics a little bit in our game. And he's in his full rights to do so, because yeah, all those melta torpedoes on a rook is devastating for the morale. I managed to just avoid getting scanned there, which is perfect. He has still not seen my fleet, which is basically the only thing that saves me in the beginning. 9-6 is taking up positions in the asteroid field. I don't want to waste my escort, so I decide to pull it back. And it's right about here that I get a scan on my entire fleet. And here's where I mess up a little bit, I think. As soon as I get scanned, I spook. And what I do is I hightail it out of there and really don't get much fires in, which is a lot of the first blood is wasted here because I'm facing the wrong way, basically. So right about now, I should get a scan. And yeah, there we go. So now my entire fleet is revealed. I am scared, so I drop my pants and try to rush out. Here though, I feel like that is a good idea because we have a lot of Nova cannons coming in one spot. Though I have my dash up and ready, so we are fairly good here. But here I get 0 damage from my guns because yeah, I'm facing my rear to the enemy, which is not a great idea when you have an Imperial Navy breathing down on you. So I try to get my stealth back, but just before I get out of it, he marks me again. So yeah, he's gonna keep the vision of those ships. So I just try to run away. He didn't get one of mine, so I'm trying to get stealth back, but I failed to do that also. And I really haven't gotten any real value from the fleet yet. But the first part of the game was very one-sided. The Imperial Navy just came and crushed us, basically. And me and 9-6 were quite in bad positioning from each other, etc. So now it's all about going back, trying to reorganize our offensive, which I think we do fairly well here, which we're going to see in a moment. Anyways, I'm trying to run away with my big ship as fast as eternally possible. And I'm desperately trying to get that stealth back. And there we go. I got my ship stealthed. So now I can turn around. That took far too long for me, but I had no choice because I don't want to be seen. I also warp out with my flagship. Try to get that one back in stealth as well. Meanwhile, 9-6 is taking Nova cannons like it's Christmas. And I'm not blaming him for it because yeah, the rook is so slow. And here we have the 3 retributions coming down, and this is a scary scenario. But here I do something with the flagship that is kind of fun. I play a little thing that I call chicken race with Imperial Navy. So what I do is that I wait in the cloud because he wants to get to my flagship. Bear in mind, the flagship is vulnerable to ramming because it lacks claws, so he will win if he rams me. But what I do with the flagship, that we're going to see in a moment here, is that I move ahead and I prepare to use my drill cannon to get those fires, because he's so clumped together, so I'm going to get 2, possibly 3 ships. As you can see, it's a chicken race. If he fires torpedo rams me now, I'm pretty much dead. But I have a solution for that. I warp out of there and avoid him entirely. And all he got for it was a couple of fires on his decks. And not a couple, a lot. So we got a mutiny on that ship from the fires. The pyroacid build is really good for the morale damage, but yeah, since you can just repair to get all those fires away, it's pretty much not often you get that good. But here we go, mutiny on that ship too, beautiful. And now turn around, try to get other one there of the Retribution battleships. Meanwhile, we have an entire Imperial Navy fleet coming in from us from the right side. But I'm trusting 9-6 here to take care of those while I try to bait to nuke down the Retribution. We got one Retribution down, and that is a victory for us. And here we go, another Drill Cannon. As you can see, it's just stacking fires. I'm taking boarding actions, all the things I can do. And there he pulled the repair, which is what makes the Drill Cannon not so viable, because yeah, you can stack 10 fires, but one click and all those fires are gone. I recognize he's getting a little too close for comfort, so I get out of there. I do not get out of there fast enough, so I lose my stealth, but hey, that's okay. I still have 2 charges of the Drill Cannon left, which is awesome. And 9 is coming in with his rooks there. And all he is from here on is basically my shield, letting me get some boarding action, some fires. Meanwhile, me and the little ship over here, we have a little single clash on the right side. I should have been paying more attention to that little ship, but I was feeling like this is where the battle is. This is where it's critical. So we continue to try and dodge Nova Cannons, which we missed there. So we take a very bad hit there. But we get one ship in return. The ships over there is having a little fun, watching things burn, etc. And I got my stealth back on my high ships, which is really good here. And morale is not looking very good, but my high ship is still alive. And I dodged those torpedoes graciously. So we get a little... there we go. Turn that ship around. And this is like the bad thing with them, that they are really slow in turning around. But I sacrificed my dash to get a little drill cannon. The ram, as you can see, it hurt me, even though I am a battleship, and he's also a battleship, of course, but it rams me more than I wanted. I get the drill cannon off to get that mutiny, and I, for some reason, failed to warp out. I wanted to warp out of that stasis field. So that's really bad, and that actually is going to cost me my battleship if I'm not remembering wrong. But I got a few fires, and he's taking slow damage both on the hull and the morale. Meanwhile, my other ships are going in, trying to get the other ships down. I failed to do a boarding action, which is really, really bad here, because of the stasis bomb. Also, I missed my dash because I should have waited until the stasis bomb was out. We have a little rubber banding there against our 2 ships. Meanwhile, we're taking forever to kill that little ship over there. As you can see, his ships have starting to mutinying, they're burning, it's wonderful, we're having a great time. And here I see a little slight ray of hope. 9-6 is pretty much dead by this point, but I feel that we are mutinying and taking fires on every ship, so it's really going well for me. So here I'm saying to myself, are we actually going to win this? Are we going to win against an Imperial Ram and Melta torpedo fleet with one of our meme fleets? And the more ships I take down from here on, the more I'm thinking to myself, it's actually going to work. I get an awesome drill cannon on here on the last retribution. And the mutiny is on, which is beautiful. He sacrificed his captain for it, but it's still burning, so it's lovely. I tried to take out that ship for points, and the little ship over here has pretty much taken every beating that it can. So let's see how our opponent reacts. We grab that point, so we take that ship over. Yeah, now I remember. The thing is, I didn't recognize he blew up his ship. I did not get a circle that you should get, so I even have the dash up, so I could have avoided it. It was an total mistake on my part and a little bit the bug also. But the thing is, he only has 1 ship left and I have 3 ships. So here I think that I have this game in the bag. I'm getting overconfident and trying to get all my fleets together just to kill that last ship to win the game. And this is where the fun part of this video is. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, so we're just going to take a look what we do here. So we bring everything together, try and shoot them down, getting as many boarding actions as we can. And we're thinking, yeah, he's just going to run away. If he takes care of 1 ship, that doesn't really matter to us. We have 2 in spare, so yeah. One can think that if you have 3 ships, you're going to win against a 1 ship. But what happens here is that he shoots down my harpies and he has his bomber squadron. That's a lot of bombers coming over. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you can take that one. I've still got 1 killing you. So what happens now? He kills that ship. And my entire fleet mutinies. And we lose the game. So close, yet so far. Anyways, that's the game. I hope you enjoyed my commentary and also the gameplay. So, that was the game I wanted to showcase today. It was really fun, especially since we were going against 2 meta-ish fleets with 2 not so good fleets. Sure, I made some mistakes, Nine made some mistakes, but in the end we had a lot of fun during that game. And I hope you enjoy watching it. If you want me to continue the 2v2 series, please let me know in the comments. If you want to catch me live, I have a link to my Twitch page in the description. So feel free to stop by when I'm live. I'm usually live around evenings, and I try to squeeze in a couple of morning streams also for you folks that have a different time zones or want to watch something when you should be working. But until then, I hope you have a pleasant day, night, evening, or whatever time zone you're in, and I'll catch you folks later. This is Shinte. Thank you for today.